Welcome to the Everyday Eurasia podcast, inspiring faith for every day. A place where we discover together what it means to follow Jesus in our everyday lives. This week, the Eurasia Region is celebrating its unity and diversity at the Regional Nazarene Youth Conference, as young people from across the region gather in Spain for a time of fellowship, worship and community. They invite you to join them at the table and celebrate together what God is doing through youth ministry across the region. Today, Issa Baydoun joins us to share stories and reflections of the impact that young people are making across the region and beyond. Issa is 26 years old. He serves in the Church of the Nazarene in Lebanon in different ministries and works as a librarian at the Nazarene School. He's passionate about theology, sports, music, and loves to serve the youth at his church and community.
Hello, NYC. Hello, everyone. I'm really grateful that I'm with you in this conference and I'm sharing with you such an amazing topic. So today's topic is going to be about mission and compassion, and the devotion targets how God shapes us in this world and prepares us to be equipped to serve His church and to serve the community around us and the world. So first of all, if we're going to talk about compassion and mission, both are not inseparable parts. Both are critically related, critically attached, and cannot be separated. I believe as a Christian who is part of the church and the suffering world, that compassion is the key to heal His broken world. But why? One might ask, why compassion is a key or is something that's really important in this broken world, or for me as a believer and a follower of Christ, as a servant in the Nazarene Church, why is it so important? Because we see in the Bible that God's compassion, it met us first. It met us first when we needed it mostly, and it met us through Jesus Christ. And if you think about it, and if you think about compassion and mission, we have to think first about Jesus, because as we thought and as we said, like, God's compassion met us through Jesus. But how did He do that? He did it through Jesus' mission. Jesus had a mission on this world, and He gave us a purpose through that mission. So He didn't came only to save us. He did not come only to show us that you have to be saved, but He came also to show us that you have a purpose that I want to give you, to be a participant in that purpose in my kingdom. As we all know, Peter denied Jesus famously in the story of resurrection and the narrative. But later he received gracefully from God His calling and pastoral authority through humility and suffering. Even Paul, one of the main pillars of the early church, faced worldly failures, rejection, opposition, imprisonment, yet he rose up stronger, expanding his mission through God's power and Spirit. And how do we know that Paul and every early disciple that was following Jesus, that he rose up stronger than before? Paul admitted to Timothy that I have kept the good faith, I have finished the race, I have fought the good fight, not because of me, but because God has used every failure, every talent, every opposition, every rejection, every single thing that I have faced in my ministry to succeed and for His kingdom. And when we say humility also, we're saying here that you're allowing God to work through you freely. When you understand that you're still controlling your life selfishly and preventing God from taking the lead and control of your talents and gifts, which will lead you at the end into callings and missions God never intended for you. So really my prayer here is to use our talents wisely and let God take the control of them, because He gave those gifts to you. And you know why? So He can use them for its original purpose as children in the image of God. And how do we know that? How am I saying that? Because very clearly in Ephesians 2:8-10, also Paul says, For by grace you have been saved through faith. You all know that. And this is not from yourself. This is not from ourselves. It is a gift from God, not by works, so that no one can boast, even Paul. For what? So what's here the fruit of the passage? For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. That's the whole purpose of creation, to be God's image, to be God's reflective image in this broken world, and to heal this world by inheriting the mission and purpose from Jesus himself, who started it. So Paul is very clearly saying here that God had an intention for creating us. And honestly, I would like to end by a very, very thoughtful and reflective quote. And it's one of his sayings lately that I accidentally saw on the social media by Pope Leo. Love is a loss also. It's difficult to understand this, especially in a world in which losing seems to be weakness, and a world obsessed with having and possessing. Love, however, bears fruit only in giving itself. When we're willing to lose a little of ourselves, that's our mission. To make room for others, to lose a little time to listen to a friend, to lose a little comfort to share in a time of hardship. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that our main mission and purpose? And it can come in different shapes and different positions and different ministries. Each and every one of us has a different ministry and different calling. But the main call, the essence of the mission that we have, is that we are here to heal others, to be with the others, to share with them their suffering. So thank you. I'm really glad that I shared this experience with you. Thank you for listening and giving me a chance to reflect such a deep and essential topic. God be with you all.
Thank you for listening to the Everyday Eurasia podcast, inspiring faith for every day. For more everyday stories, subscribe on this podcast channel, follow our socials, Facebook and Instagram, or our newsletter snapshots. For our newsletter and further information about the Eurasia region, visit our website eurasiaregion.org.